everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Falcons going up against the Bears. With that, let's call in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, with this opening week matchup.
Thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the defending NFC champions, the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Week one, the intrigue in this matchup comes from both ends of the spectrum. You have the Falcons coming off the incredible season, but the stinging Super Bowl defeat. And then you have the Bears trying to put the pieces back together after a franchise-worst 3-13 campaign.
And the Bears decided to make a big move in the draft and get their quarterback for the future. At least they believe that, so they're almost hitting the reset button there. But when you look at Atlanta, it's like unfinished business for them. Up 28-3 in the Super Bowl, they still can't believe they let that one get away.
And some extras coming up on the line here, ready for the blitz. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there right off the bat. 54 yards.
Look, it's real simple. Julio Jones is not a one-trick pony by any stretch, but his ability to go up in the air and take the ball away from everyone, forget 50-50s. When it's the moment of truth and someone has to come down with the football, I'm betting Julio Jones usually does.
Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
Second down now after the incompletion. Here's Coleman. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Trubisky. He leaves this one for Howard. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
5 yards there. And remember, Howard last year, 5.2 yards per rush, so right around his average. The only Bears running back that's averaged that many yards per carry in a single season, Walter Payton.
And if Jordan Howard can keep up that type of pace, the city of Chicago will surely embrace him.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 39 that time. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on his first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Red zone opportunity. Again, it's Howard. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On third down, Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Zach Miller from 19 yards away. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Falcons offense, as they head back out there, Charles, what can this unit do for an encore? When you look at 2016, they scored 540 points, 71 more than anybody else in the league. So those are big shoes to fill.
They certainly are. While they'll have a different play caller in 2017, they still have Matt Ryan at quarterback, who was the NFL's MVP last year, had a phenomenal season. And with his work ethic, he expects to be even better as he continues to move forward. Still have Julio Jones to throw the ball to, two-headed monster at running back. They feel great about offense. And they got better on defense as the year went along last year and actually drafted another pass rusher and Takk McKinley out of UCLA. For them, the encore is getting back to the Super Bowl and winning it this time.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This is Coleman. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
From the gun on third down, Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 6-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. On 2nd down, Trubisky. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Look at the spin.
Balance.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And this offense will take over right at Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route. Down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From the shotgun, Ryan. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Leonard Floyd coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
And that's exactly what Chicago expected when they drafted Leonard Floyd in 2016, him wrapping up quarterbacks.
Led all rookies in the NFC with 7 sacks. Used to do it in the SEC with Georgia, and now the NFC. Now Ryan on 2nd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Pernell McPhee. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
For the Bears, as their offense takes the field, I guess you figure last season was kind of rock bottom, Charles. They finished 3-13, tying a franchise record for losses in a year. They used 3 different starting QBs and were last in the NFC North for the 3rd straight season. So where does the optimism come from this year?
That's what the Bears fans are asking themselves, because they are a defensive-minded group of people, right? They love their heroes that stop other people from scoring. And I thought that's where they were headed in the draft. Instead, you did hear the name Mitchell Trubisky, but you made the case. 3 different starting quarterbacks in 2016. And think about their division. Look who's playing quarterback in Green Bay, in Detroit, in Minnesota. They've got to have one of those guys themselves, and that's why they invested in the youngster out of North Carolina. Another nice run there by Jordan Howard. And when we talk about fresh legs, how about 2016? Jordan Howard, the #2 rookie rusher. Heck, the #2 rusher in the NFL behind another rookie, Ezekiel Elliott.
In the first 3 weeks of the season, he only had 12 carries. So once week 4 hit, really found his groove.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. The catch is made by Kendall Wright. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 49. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. A reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Let's go deep.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They'll try again with Howard. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? On 3rd and goal, Howard. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo. The Bills have now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. This is Howard on second down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Trubisky to throw on second. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now it's Trubisky, and he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time, and it's third down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. First down, they run with Howard. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. That is incomplete. He was looking for Zach Miller as tight end there. That'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Tennessee. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's brought down after a good game. A good pickup there at 22.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Ryan. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing again. Ryan. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And he fires one incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers, because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now Trubisky to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity. Just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard at the 18-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Second and 10, it's Ryan again. Connects with Sanu right side. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
To throw is Ryan. That's complete right around the 8. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Every One's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Coleman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from having the lead. The rain making this treacherous, but the extra point is good, and with it, it'll give them the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and Tevin Coleman polished it off with a touchdown run. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And some room to maneuver. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. For touchdown, Chicago. Kendall Wright, 92 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one that puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board will energize them, or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The left side completion to Jones. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across yard line. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Partner, our parents always told us that relationships were going to be important in life. Taylor Gabriel knew Kyle Shanahan in Cleveland before he was the offensive coordinator in Atlanta. And boy, that payoff for the Falcons picking him up.
And last year he had more touchdowns actually than Julio Jones. He had 7, Jones had 6. And good parental advice there, Mr. Davis. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Coleman now, and he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, 30 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. They'll try and run with Freeman. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it feel a little different.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right, and rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Running with Howard, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Back there, Philly. Here we go. Let's go. Good. Here we go now.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The rookie from UCLA, Tech McKinley. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack. I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
Eluding the pressure right. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. The catch made by Miller. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 21 that time. And it'll be 1st down Bears. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now it's up to Connor Barth. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now it's up to Connor Barth. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. Elsewhere, Ford Field. They're into the fourth quarter now. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And partner, this first...